Hi guys, how you doing? Good morning.
Good to have you. Well, Oluwatobi is the ED of Bossboss, and he's a visionary entrepreneur par excellence. He studied agricultural economics in Obafemi Awolowo University. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
So Oluwatobi, tell us, what is Bossboss all about?
Okay, Bossboss is a transport technology platform set up to solve the problem of the underserved part of transportation. Essentially, what we do is divided into two services. The first one, which we just launched, is the charter services, which is a platform where you can aggregate all vehicles on different platforms. So whether you're talking about a sedan, SUV, a truck, even as much as boats, helicopters, and private jets. So essentially, what we do is aggregate vendors and participants in that sector, so that people who need transportation services can access it easily.
Okay, so it's all about transportation services.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's not just about the bus, because when I saw the Bossboss, I just thought it was.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So why
the boss is the what?
Why Bossboss? You know, you had a boss and a boss.
Yes.
Boss.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I get that question all the time. There is the hilarious part of it, and then there's the serious part of it. So let me start with the hilarious part. When we started Bossboss, we started with a boss hailing idea, and that was what we wanted to do, which was born from seeing people standing up, queuing for transportation in Lagos. And we decided that it didn't just make sense for the working class to have to go through that. So we decided to create a bus hailing platform. So one of those days when the founders were, we started working, and then we thought about it. What name should we call? And then we started hearing different things that have to do with buses, Bus Life, Bus Universe, Bus this and that. So I just kept hearing bus, that's BUS. And that's how I remembered that and my late auntie used to have a dog named Bossboss, and that was how the name was coined. But in reality, the word Bossboss is from two words. It's from the word boss, BOSS, which is the first four letters of the word. And a boss stands for a leader, someone who rallies people together, someone who helps people, someone who manages people, someone who ensures that people are okay, people are fine. The work of a boss is actually to be a servant, and that's what Bossboss is designed to be, a leader in the transportation sector. The other word from the word Bossboss is the word BUS, boss. Right. And the idea of a bus is a vehicle that takes people from one location to another. Just like you have an aircraft called Airbus, okay? You have some spacecraft called Space Bus. Okay, so the idea of a bus vehicle that takes people from one location to another, and the idea we're trying to sell to Nigeria, the vision we have for Nigerians and Africans at large, is that irrespective of wherever you want to go in life, Bossboss is here to take you from one location to another. And Bossboss is not just concerned about one person; it's concerned about carrying a community of people from one location to another, and that's what Bossboss is about.
All right, Loretta.
Yeah. So can you please shed more light on your business model? You said there are two main methods by which you service the market. There's the charter service, and then I didn't quite get the second one. Also, do you have an app? Is it like an app where I can, charter a private jet, as you said, or something?
Okay. So what was the first question?
Your business model. Your business model.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, business. Essentially, we're an aggregator. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, Oluwatobi, go on. We're
Okay.
fine. We're fine with you.
Essentially, we're an aggregator. Yeah. Okay. Essentially, we're an aggregator, and what we do is aggregate vendors of different kinds of transportation. Essentially, you know, we categorize our services into air, land, and water. You know, and the first service which we have launched is the charter service. Okay. The second service which we were not sure about is what we call the pooling service. You know, or the hailing service. Now, for the charter service, right now we are live on iOS and Android. We launched our beta version, I think about some 10 days ago, and we are live. The second version is going to be the one that would include the boats, the choppers, and the jets. That one will be up and running in another 2 weeks. But right now, what we have done is that we have onboarded all kinds of vehicles all over Nigeria, at least most states in Nigeria, most regions in Nigeria. You can download our app right now on iOS and Android and Play Store, on the App Store and Play Store for iOS and Android users. And then you can immediately order a vehicle for yourself.
Okay, let's backtrack a little. Before you decided to put Bossboss together, what were you doing? Oluwatobi.
Come again?
Before you decided to put Bossboss together, to start off Bossboss, what exactly were you doing? What did you work?
Oh, okay. Essentially, I'm a real estate guy, and that's what I've been doing for the last 12 years. I'm in a specialized sector of real estate called the new city developments. We handle some of the biggest new city development projects in Nigeria. I used to consult for the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria before I started my own outfits. You know, so that's what I've been doing for a bit before Bossboss started. But Bossboss essentially was an evolution, you know, of different ideas. I mean, the story started from bike hailing. It evolved into bus hailing, interstate, and then intracity, and then charter services. And then we realized that the entire spectrum of the transportation sector is heavily underserved. And we decided that the best thing to do was to serve that underserved market.
Okay, so that was why you decided to start it out. You and who did you do that? Did you start it out alone, or you had friends coming together with you to build this? Hello, Toby. Hello? Oluwatobi, can you hear us?
Yes, sorry, I don't know if it's my connection or your connection, but it seems to be acting up.
So did you start out with friends? Did Bossboss start out with friends, and how did you guys put funds together to kickstart it? Savings, angel investors, and all? Hello?
Okay. I think
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can.
Okay. All right then.
So did you hear the question?
I didn't hear the question. If you can come again.
I said, did you start out Bossboss alone, or you started with a friend? And how did you guys get funds to kickstart?
Oh, okay. Bossboss started, I didn't start Bossboss alone. I started with a couple of friends who came to meet me at the time to help them to raise funds for their then bike hailing business that was failing. But with benefits of what I would call providence, we eventually evolved into the transport hub platform. Now, in terms of financing, most of what we have been doing has been out of pocket from the founders and then friendly investors. You know, over almost $500 million has gone into the platform. We have been on building that for close to a year. And it's been essentially private investors, friends and family, and private capital. So we are at the point now where we are now beginning to accept investors' funds.
Okay. Loretta.
Yeah, so something I'm curious about is your target market. I mean, in Lagos, you see people standing, waiting for buses for hours. But so who's your target market? Is it for, the urban dwellers? Is it for just Lagos State? Or you intend to go into other states in the near future?
Oh, okay. Essentially, presently, our target market is, from the lower middle class upwards. Anybody that can use these other ride-hailing platforms, I don't want to mention their name, the other platforms, you easily can use Bossboss. And for the charter services that is up now, for example, our vehicle charter services, we have vehicles from 2005 up until 2021. And essentially, Bossboss comes in cheaper ultimately than other ride-hailing platforms. For example, in Lagos, if you're going from Ajah to somewhere like Festac, you may end up spending about 12,000, 13,000 for a trip. And if there's surge, it might even be worse. But with Bossboss, what you do is you have an entire vehicle and a driver for the entire day. Okay, so you don't have things like if you have a lot of things to do during the day, you don't have things like driver canceling on you. You don't have to bother about things like surge. You don't have to bother about not knowing the kind of driver you're going to get right now. Driver fighting you for money. You're already taking care of what you are doing for the entire day, and then you have a driver and a vehicle waiting for you for the entire day. And then Bossboss also, unlike other ride-hailing platforms, provide a more extensive array of vehicles. So whether it's a sedan or an SUV or truck or a luxury vehicle or vintage vehicle, whatever kind of vehicle that you're looking for, you can go there, go on the platform, compare the prices, and then choose and pay for what you want. So things like driver fighting passenger, not being able to pay the passenger, all these things don't arise. And what that means is that anybody that can use Uber can use Bossboss. It's just that Bossboss is a bit more suited for people who have a lot of things to do, more like a wholesale ride hailing, if you may say, because you have the vehicle for yourself for the entire day. And that's the target market. So the target market is from anybody who's using all these other ride-hailing platforms to business executives, travelers, tourists, people who want to pull out in style for their wedding anniversary, whatever it is that you need a vehicle for, or you are visiting another state and you don't want to drive. You know how the Nigerian security situation is right now. All these things are what Bossboss offers you. You want to go to Abuja, you don't want to be, ordering a ride, you finish one meeting, or then you order another one, then the driver cancels on you, and all those things. All those things are taken care of with Bossboss. So all you just have to do is download the app and then do whatever you have to do. So that's one of the target market. The other target market are the high net worth individuals, companies, businesses that need these services on a whole scale, on a wholesale, So you have SMEs, businesses, and then also other high net worth individuals or organizations that use the other services. So with Bossboss, you'll be able to order a boat, you'll be able to order a helicopter, a private jet to wherever your destination is. So
what you're saying
essentially,
now is hello. So what you're saying now is
correct.
anybody can come on. It's not like you own the buses. Anybody can register. If you're interested, you have a car, you have a bus to give away, register on your platform as a driver. Is that it? Then you can
yes,
also
correct. So on the platform, you can actually come in and register as a vendor, okay? As a vendor with your vehicle, but we have a quality assurance policy. There's a minimum year, unlike other platforms that we have a standard, which is 2008, 2010. That's the minimum vehicle that we accept on our platforms. And whoever you have a vehicle, you have a fleet of vehicle, you have whether it's a fleet of boats, whether it's a fleet of yachts, whether it's a fleet of luxury vehicles, normal vehicles, whatever it is, you can come on the Bossboss platform and then you can list it on the Bossboss platform.
So do you go for inspection?
Yes, of course. That's what I said. I talked about the quality assurance policy. So once you get on, one of our quality assurance officers will give you a call, and then through third party, we do some kind of a quality control where they will come and check your vehicle to make sure that it meets our standards, and then we also have to verify your drivers. So we do extensive KYCs on our drivers to ensure that they are top notch and they are very professional in whatever they do.
All right.
Yeah, so in terms of risk, what kind of risk do you currently face? Since you are an aggregator, essentially, it means you don't have to worry about, bringing your own buses or your own cars. But in terms of the tech, in terms of working in Nigeria, I'm sure there are other risks that you face as the key ones.
I'm sorry, I lost the last few things you said.
What are the key risks you have working in Nigeria, COVID-19, technology behind it, all of that?
Okay, most of the risks standard risks you have when you are working through third parties or when you are dealing with people, these are standard risks that you get. COVID was more of COVID is a two-edged sword. Sometimes it can be a blessing, sometimes it can be a curse. People, when you deal with people, you still have that variable to deal with. The risks that we envisaged and then we have experienced in the last few weeks of running are more like passengers. Some passengers can be very, we Nigerians, we can be very funny at times with how we talk to people, how we manage people, so we teach our drivers to be a bit, much more respectful, much more professional, much more tolerant, and much more amiable in their services with our customers. Another risk that you probably have is, security risk in Nigeria. So what we do is we ensure that we have an extensive KYC, both on our vendors, on their drivers, and on our own customers also. As unlike other platforms, as you rate, we are very picky of the kind of people that we deal with also. So as you rate drivers, also the drivers also rate the customers, to ensure that everybody is essentially behaving themselves. So what we have done is that all the lessons that have been learned on the other ride-hailing platforms, we have essentially tried to make sure that on our side we implement the mitigation to those risks.
Okay, so what's your staff strength like? Boss.
Yeah, okay, so presently we're about 24. And when I say 24, I mean the entire team. Okay, we started with a team of 6 of us and have grown over the years to about 24.
Wow. So how do you operate remotely, or there's an office anyone can come to and all that?
Oh yes. COVID has made it very obvious that you can actually run an organization effectively remotely. But what we do is we combine both. Sometimes when we have trainings, when we have in-house meetings, and even So you have the dev team, for example, meeting physically once a week. Some of them are unable to be available for that once a week because some of them are in other corners of the world, like Hong Kong, like LA, so some of them also are big-time consultants for other organizations. So we like the marketing, the administration, those ones come on a daily basis. But for the dev team, the development team works remotely.
Okay, so tell us now, where do you see Bossboss in the next 5 years? I know it's a cliche question. So what's the plan?
Okay, so if you see what the vision I've laid out to you for Bossboss is, and you see it in our slogan, saying an exciting new world of transportation. The idea of Bossboss is to be the #1 provider of transport solutions in Africa. So our vision in the next 5 years is that when you hear Bossboss, you hear transportation. Anything transportation is what Bossboss' vision is. So just like you hear things like get an Uber, even when you're talking about other platforms, or go and Google it, even when you're talking about search, we want you to be able to use Bossboss as an acronym for transportation.
Loretta?
Final question. What quote or what phrase keeps you going?
What quote or phrase keeps me going?
Yeah.
Two things. One is that they say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So you may not be able to control opportunities, but you can control being ready for the opportunities. So always be prepared because you don't know when your angel will arrive. When I say angel, I mean your opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that keep me going, to ensure that I'm always ready to make the best use of every opportunity. And the second thing I would also say to the viewers is consistency. Consistency. Once you have chosen the path and you believe in that path, don't stop. Don't give up. All the people that have achieved anything great in their lives, they never stopped. They never give up. And once you are able to be consistent and you are prepared, the sky is the beginning for you.
Okay, so be prepared and consistency. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Oluwatobi Johnson and Loretta as well from Nairametrics. Have a lovely week.
Thank you. Have a great week as well.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Thank you, guys. Have a lovely week.
Okay.
Have a great day also.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.